Hello everybody. I'm gonna do a quick video on how to clean some crappie, or how to dress them and prepare them for the table. This is the way I do it. Some people like to leave them whole and basically just take out the insides and scale them. I know how to do that as well, but that's not what I'm going to be showing in this video. In this one, I'm going to be showing how to fillet a crappie to where it's boneless and you have a fillet that you can deep fry or butter up or do whatever you like. Just to show real quick, yesterday's catch, we have a lot. I've already done a few right here, and here are some of the fillets that I got going so far. I'm using for my fillet knife that I choose. I personally choose it's called the Cutco, and it is made in the USA, and this is the one I choose. This knife is very nice. It's very flexible, retains an edge for a very long time, and also it is adjustable. You pull a little tab right here like so, and you can take the blade out to whatever size you need. That's the largest it'll go to. It even says stop, so you can fillet a much larger fish. As you can see, the cutting board, but I choose for the crappie to have it on the smallest setting right there. And also it lets you take the blade out for full cleaning. It even has a drain hole on the back. Anyway, so to show the knife I'm using, and this knife retains its edge very, very well. I've never, that I can remember, sharpened it, and I clean crappie all the time. That's how well it holds its retention. I should also add the method that I'm going to be showing is a method that involves cutting through the ribs of the fish. So this involves either a very good knife, or it involves sharpening your knife, often depending on the quality of your knife. For me, this is the most efficient way. It's just my way. I didn't invent it, so if you've seen this method somewhere else, then credit goes to them. I'm just showing this method in case it might be able to show someone who might be looking for how to clean a crappie. And for me, it's fast, and when you have a lot of crappie to clean, you kind of need to go quickly. You don't want to be sitting there taking forever to do it. Yeah, let's get started. I'm just gonna do a few of them. You guys can watch. I'm not gonna take too long and make this video too long. We're already at 3 minutes, so let's get started. I'll pull a crappie out real quick. And these are smaller. We're used to catching bigger ones, but I think our lake has been overfished. So let me see. The way I like to do it is I like to lift up the back fin like so. Then I bring the knife in at this angle with the blade facing towards the face. The edge of the blade is facing towards the face. I make an incision right there like so. That's done to keep as much meat as possible. Then I kind of flip the knife around while sliding. I find the backbone and I simply cut along that. I can feel myself cutting through the ribs in here and pushing, and that's why you need a good blade. Or if you don't have a good blade, then it'll get duller quicker. Either or, whatever you prefer. And then you simply push. You keep it as flat as you can. You stop just a little bit before you get to the end of the tail. You flip it open like a book, like that. Then you have all the innards in here. You don't have to gut them or scale them for this technique. This is, like I said, for speed. So then you basically leave it there. You take the blade now. You get it right under the meat. Don't cut too deep, and you follow the skin. Once you get past that, you keep the knife flat. You simply push under the ribs like so. Now the fillet is separated. Now we're going to just take out the ribs. I come over here at an angle. I cut because the ribs are rounded. You don't want to go straight down because you'll miss a little bit of meat. And when the fish are so small, you want to keep as much meat as you can, but you want to keep going fast. Come in like this at a little bit of an angle. And then I cut over here as well. just like that. And you're left with a piece that looks like that. There's the rib, there's your fillet, and it's completely boneless, skinless and boneless. All I recommend is once you have them all done and on your plate, you take them to your sink and you rinse them off, because you're likely to get some scales like these on the meat, and you want to make sure you rinse that off. And then I have my trash bag. Rib goes in there, and then the carcass will go in there when I'm done. I'm gonna do this side. Same exact thing. Again, I won't explain as much. I feel like that should be self-explanatory. Now I'll just kind of go fast so you can see the technique I just explained and what I can do for speed. I'll just go and do a few of them for the video, and you guys can just watch. One thing to note too is that if you're a first-time fisherman, or you're someone who doesn't catch a lot of fish, or you're only catching a couple for the day and you don't have a big bucket like I do, and you don't gotta clean a bunch of them, then it's okay to take your time and get as much meat off as possible. And in that regard too, you might want to scale them and eat them whole, scale them and gut them and eat them whole to keep as much meat as possible. But if you don't like them whole, and if you don't care to have that much meat, then the technique I'm doing is best. But if you want to slow it down, then of course you could, or do a different technique in order to give you more meat. But this is just the technique I prefer, because like I said, I have a lot of crappie to clean, and this is how I like to do it. Anyway, all right, here we go. Also, this technique works perfectly and exactly the same for bass, largemouth or smallmouth. It works exactly the same. I've never had a bone in my fillet, ever. I mean, now that I said that, I'm probably gonna have bone in my fillet, but I've never had a bone in my fillet. So I believe in this technique for speed and for its boneless ability in crappie, in smallmouth and largemouth. I would not recommend this for trout. Trout have a different way they're built with their bones. Also, do this outside. I recommend you do it outside personally, unless you can do it at the lake and you have a cleaning table at the lake. If you do it indoors and you're a single man, then go for it. But if you have a wife, she might not be too happy with you doing it inside and getting fish scales and guts everywhere. So I prefer to do it outside. That way I just go straight to the dumpster, throw my bag away, and the flies, you know, they're out here and not in there. Get to rinse off the cooler. And of course, this is like everything else, it's practice. Practice makes perfect, so highly recommended you go slow. And as many people might know, the sharper the knife, it's actually safer. So not just for efficiency of cutting your fish, but also for safety. A duller knife, you have to push harder, which makes it more unsafe. These little cutting boards I'm using too, they work really nice. I got this one at a secondhand store for like $5. But you want to get a good one that has a good heavy duty clamp to really keep the fish in there. And this one's just made out of plastic. It looks like wood, but it's plastic. It's made by Rapala, I think is the brand of the cutting board. And I highly recommend these knives. They're not cheap. They're made by Cutco, and they're made in the USA. They have a forever warranty, not a lifetime. Forever means that if anything ever happens to the knife in your lifetime, and I'm not advertising Cutco, it's just a knife I like. I just know about them. It just means that if anything happens to the knife, they'll fix it or replace it for free, as long as you send it in. They're made from surgical stainless steel here in the United States, or if you're overseas in the United States. And they're really good knives. And the forever warranty means that if you were to buy it, let's say you ever found one at a garage sale, or you gave it to someone or sold it, they automatically would have the warranty. So that means that even if you bought one at a yard sale, you have the warranty. This fillet came out a little rougher, but it's alright. Work our way around it. It happens. Like I said, you're trying to go fast. That's alright. We have so much crappie, you can't make it a big deal when you have that many fish to clean, really. I don't know how many fish I have to clean, maybe like 30 or so. I'll probably do one more after this and we'll cut the video there. So that's just how I like to clean my crappie. And then for cooking, just salt and pepper them and butter them, or put them on butter or oil. I personally like the breading method, whether it's flour with salt and pepper and then right into some hot oil, or maybe what's that one, cornmeal and then again into some hot oil, and then maybe dip them in some sort of tartar sauce or something like that. One way I like to do them is, once I fried them up, I like to put them on a sandwich with some mayonnaise and some coleslaw. Some people refer to that as a slab sandwich, because the crappie is referred to as slabs. And the crappie is a very, very tasty fish. That's why, to me, it's worth taking the time. Oh, see, I messed up right there. It happens when you push really hard, or if your blade is at the wrong angle, and that's okay. That's good that it happens, so you guys can see me messing up. And it happens. You have so many that it's like it's gonna happen eventually. We'll see if we can save this a little. And if not, I mean, seriously, it's just as simple as letting it go. Take that off of there. Let's see if we can save this one. Let's see. I don't think it's going to happen, though. Mainly because it's so hard to hold on to. We'll move it along for now, just to keep the speed going. Alright, one more. Alright, one more. And if you guys have a better technique too, you know, props to you. This is just the way I do it. Maybe you can link a technique for me to check out in the comments below. You can also use electric knives, but I'm not into electric knives. I prefer doing it this way personally. Okay. And like I said, we'll call it there. That's just my way. I'm not saying this is the way, but it's just the way I do it. But if you have a better technique, put it in the link below if you have a video to it. And hopefully it helps someone out on how to clean some crappie. It'll work on smallmouth and largemouth as well. And it's this technique is mainly for speed, not for keeping every little piece of meat on the carcass as possible. This is for speed when you have a lot of fish to clean. It's just my preferred way. So anyways, hope it helps someone out. And if you like the video, please comment and subscribe and leave a like below. And hopefully in the next video, I'll make another one that'll hopefully help someone out. Have a good one.